Next, we're going to look at multiplying polynomials. So let's start with one like this. Let's say I have 3 times x plus 2. I'm going to use the distributive property. Some people refer to it as rainbow math. But every piece within this polynomial is being multiplied by 3. So I have 3x plus 3 times 2, which is 3x plus 6. Now, oftentimes we can do this in our head, so we don't have to write that step, but I'm just showing it so it can be really clear. Okay, let's do another one that's a little harder. Let's say I have a term like this multiplied by my x plus 2. Okay, so I'm still going to distribute. So now I have a 4x times x plus 4x times 2. 4x times x is 4x squared, and 4x times 2 is 8x. Okay. There's another one. 7x times x squared plus 3x plus 7. Okay, here we're going to do distributive property again to all 3 terms. So 7x times x squared plus 7x times 3x plus 7x times, 7. 7x times x squared is 7x to the third. Remember, this is like 1x, so x to the first times x squared is 1, 2, 3 x's there, plus 7 times 3 is 21, and x times x is x squared, plus 7 times 7 is 49x. Okay. When we get to problems like this, it can start to get a little tricky to make sure that we've hit all of the different pieces. And so I'm going to show you another technique, and at this point it might seem a little extra, but as we get into more complicated problems in later sections, you'll probably see how it can be very helpful. So another way of doing this is kind of making a little times table out of it. So if I have my x squared, my positive 3x, and my 7 times 7x. Now I'm going to multiply these. So 7x times x squared is 7x to the third. 7x times 3x is 21x squared. And 7x times 7 is 49x. And now I can rewrite it. 7x cubed plus 21x squared plus 49x. Okay, so 2 different ways to do the same problem. All right, I have one last problem to show you. So this one is 5x squared y times x squared y plus 2xy squared plus 3x plus 4y. All right, here we're going to do that same thing, but you can see with 4 pieces it gets a little more complicated. So I don't know where that 4 came from. All right, so 5x squared y times my first term plus 5x squared y times my second term plus 5x squared y times my third term plus 5x squared y times my last term. So now this kind of has an invisible 1. So 5 times 1 is just 5. X squared times x squared is x to the 4th. Y times y is y squared. This is where I start to see people really confusing their exponent rules, and they're either adding instead of multiplying here or multiplying the exponents instead of adding, because it becomes a jumble. So make sure you're going slowly and carefully, using your exponent rules, multiplying the coefficients, adding the exponents. Okay, 5 times 2 is 10. X squared times x to the first power is x to the third power. Y to the first power times y squared is y to the third power, plus, I'm going to go ahead and write in my 1's here too, so I remember that they're there. Okay, 5 times 3 is 15. X squared times x to the first power is x to the third power, and then I have a y to the first power, or just y. And then here, 5 times 4 is 20, and x squared is x squared, and y times y is y squared. So that is my simplified version when I multiply these out. Okay. Again, we can use the box method as well. This time I have 4 terms in the parentheses, so I'm going to have 4 boxes. And this is x squared y, 2xy squared, 3x, and 4y. What are you doing? Okay, so this is 5. X squared times x squared is x to the 4th. Y times y is y squared. This one, we're multiplying these two, so 10 x to the 3rd, y times y squared is y to the 3rd. Here we're multiplying these two, so we've got 15 x squared times another x is x to the 3rd y, and now we're multiplying these two, so we have 20 x squared, y times y is y squared, and then we can rewrite it as a polynomial. These are all positive, so we don't have to worry about the signs, we're just adding them together. Oops, 15x to the 3rd y plus 20x squared y squared. All right, thank you.